It's April 29th, and we have got the boxes took down and the trees spread out, getting everything a lot more light. We're going to walk through and look at some varieties that got fruit on them. I've got over 200 varieties. Now we're in zone 7A. This is an unheated greenhouse. There's no heat in here whatsoever. It was done with just our styrofoam boxes. This is the frames, just they're in the ground. They're not going nowhere. There's our frames. So let's see what we got cooking. We'll see what's getting ready. It's been 8 weeks since we started waking trees up. We just been about a week ago. We had a 27-degree low. So, but long range 30-day forecast shows us above 40. So it's time to get the boxes out of here and spread everything out and get some more light on all these trees to help them fruit better. I haven't had time to even work on the other two greenhouses for having working here, the garden and the berry patch. And then, you know, everybody's got a real job too. So that takes up 4 to 5 days a week. So let's see what we got going on here. First tree here, this is a Smith. It's got some double bumps on it. We're gonna get there. We'll get down here and look at a in-ground Smith in a little bit. I think we're going to start down this one side and have a look. This is Golden Rainbow, and you can clearly see it's got little figs on it. This next one here, it's got figs on it too. This yellow long neck. Nero 600, already got figs on it. This one here is a Cara from Nikki. I don't know, possibly right there some double bumps, we'll see. I don't know what this one is. I have to find the tag. This is a Violet Sapor. Looks like, yep, there it is. Figs are coming on. This is a Maryland Berry. Definitely got some progressed figs on it. This is another Smith. San Miguel Roxo. This is one of them that died back, and I brought back from just a little bitty piece, as you can see here. But the whole thing died. I had too wet of soil in there. Made a mistake or two here along the way. This is Planera. Definitely got double bumps. Yeah, this little one here looks like a Tacoma Violet. It's got a little, it's not a very big, it's just a little 1.5 gallon pot. I've got to get it up potted. It's an air layer. I was going to put it outside in the ground. Oh, let's just go on down through here. We'll keep up doing these. Oh, let's see, what do we got here next? Here's another Smith. Yep, it's got some little figs on it. Longed it out. I didn't think it was very healthy, so I rejuvenated, pruned it. Boy, it's kind of growing funky, ain't it? It's kind of weird, but it looks like it's getting some bumps on it. Here's Balone. Nope. What is this here? This is Boral. That one's from Nikki, and it's got fairly progressed figs on it. That may be, I don't know if that's a main cop or a Breba. That Breba there, but it's got quite a few figs on it. On down through here. What is this? Is Black Mantazina. Nope, this is Verdone from Nikki. And you can see it's got the figs on it. These Nikki trees are this will be their 3rd season. So yeah, they're just 3 years old. Looks like getting some double bumps on that. That is Texas BA1. Let's go over here and look at the other side of this BA1. That possibly, yep. Yep. Here's a LSU Huye, Hoyer, however you want to say it. It's got figs on it. I don't know what that one is. That happens sometimes. I get down and find it later. This one here's got figs on it. What is it? Moscatel Preto. There's a Violet Sapor. It's getting some double bumps on it. Here's another Verdone from Nikki. I don't know. Didn't really see anything on that one. What we got here? There's a Boreal. Definitely got some figs on it. And this is another Moscatel Preto. It's starting to form bumps. Calidom Rajo. Getting figs on it. All over the place. Here's one that's loaded up. This is Pastelier. It's got quite a few forming on it. Some doubles. It does drop a few, but they're really good. I'm gonna put this tree in the ground this year in hopes that in a year or two in the ground that it doesn't drop. That way it's got consistent moisture and it'll have what it needs for food all the time, and I think it'll be fine. Oh, I think that you'll see that drop and stop. Weeping Apple Pie. Yes, got some fruit on it. YOLO Bypass. I don't see anything on that. It doesn't get in too big of a hurry. It seems to take quite a few hours. This is Blue Princess. Looks like it's trying to maybe it's trying to form some fruit. Here is a White Triana. Yep, starting to get some fruit. That's a young one. I've got another older tree over there. This is Black Zadar. Definitely getting... I didn't do no thinning this year. This is Gorgeous Oak Grease. Getting some double bumps. They take a minute to get there. They really do. This is... I'll let you pronounce that. Punjab. Let's see. Maybe. I haven't had no fruit off of that, so... This is Sweet Joy. Yeah, Sweet Joy's making some fruit. What we got here? Parline Cream. I need to trim the top of that off. That needs I gotta come through and do some tying up. Put some stakes in some of these. That there's got double bumps, and that, like I said, that was Parline Cream. I ain't had one of them yet. This is Secret. And this is the Secret with the black butt. It's kind of like Koal Noir. Matter of fact, I think it's the same. It looks very similar. This is, what is this? Crema de Mora. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna get one of those this year. Galicia Negra. Another Galicia Negra. Yep, getting some double bumps. Let's see what else we got here. Montenegro Ramada. I rejuvenated pruned this tree. It wasn't very healthy. As you can see, done it last fall. I cut this piece here off and just left this one little branch here that was started up. So I hope we'll see what it does. There's another Galicia Negra. The Texas BA1. I won't say that it does yet. It takes it a minute. I don't know what this is. There's another one missing a tag. Probably dig around there and find it. Here is Bergen Unknown. This was rejuvenated pruned. I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to tell. But do you come to help? Huh? You come to help? Crema de Mora, another one. See if we can find anything on here. Might be something going on right there. Alright, we got a... What is this? This is a... I think called a Domnori. Got figs on, getting some figs. Gambino. Don't see anything. I got it fruited last year. Here's a Black Madeira KK. I cut the biggest part of it back. I prune it a lot for just cuttings. Here's a regular Black Madeira. It's got double bumps on it. Here is a super red hybrid in a 5-gallon. Looks like it's trying to fruit. I can tell you the in-ground one is. This is yellow long neck. Yep, definitely. Here is a Black Madeira seedling, number 9. Come from Encanto Farms. Don't know, can't tell. Can't say for sure. Oh, Sultane. Nope. This tree should have been rejuvenated, pruned. To be honest with you. Another super red hybrid. It's trying to get some fruit on it in a pot. There's another Parline Cream. Nope, not that one. This is a brown turkey. Maybe it's got double bumps on it. And we keep moving along. Some Texas BA1s. What is this one here? Here's another Smith. It's trying to get some fruit on it. What's this one back here? I don't see the tag on that. Don't look like it's got fruit on it. All these are just the same thing. Smith, Violet Sapor, LSU Purple. Here's an Emma Lyons Purple. It's getting some on it. Here's a Bronzola Rosa. It's got some figs on it. Seems to be pretty early getting going. How about that? I like honey figs. This is a Papone back here. You can see the variegated leaves, variegated branches on it. It definitely getting some fruit. It's even got a variegated leaf right there. Campanere's definitely getting some fruit. Definitely. Here's one with a bunch of, starting to get some fruit on it. Let's see what it is. Oh, this is, I don't know if it's right. It's supposed to be Real de Salente. But I think somebody sent me the wrong thing. It does get striped. It's got striped wood, as you can see. And it's a striped fig. But the interior makes me think of panache. It's thick, it's jammy, and it's red. So I don't think it's right. This is, that big one there we was just looking at was Daloso. I don't really see nothing on it. And this one back here is Vasilica Sika. Looks like it might be trying to put some figs on. Alright, now we'll walk up through here and look at some of these in-ground trees. This first one is Brazilian XP. And it is getting double bumps all over it. Everywhere you see new growth, there is figs. This thing is going to produce an enormous amount of figs. This is a good style. This next on the ground thing here is starting to grow up. This is red shram. I'm gonna have to do a little staking up that branch right there and get it kind of growing up this way, or pull it over here or something. This is still red shram, and it's gonna have figs all over it. It's full of double bumps. Everywhere you see green growth, it's got a, everywhere there's a leaf, there's a fig. Double bump. Look at that. These have enormous figs on them. This is super red. I think it's a little further along. It always seems to be just a little bit compared to those other ones that we just looked at. Red shram, super red hybrid, and super jumbo too. It's on the other side of the greenhouse. This one is the earliest of the three. Every time. So that is a big difference between the three, even though they're fairly similar. But I think red shram has a bigger fig, has the biggest of the figs of the four, and Brazilian XP is the smallest. But that's just been my experience on this set of trees. And this is a good sized tree. I mean, this is still my super red all the way up to here. It's a big tree. They're 9 foot. This next tree we're looking at here is my Gigantina. And as you can see, clearly has some double bumps down here. So, this thing's going to put on, I mean, look at the leaves. Look, it's going to be a fig at every one of them. The tree comes all the way over to here. Here's the end of it. This next one is called a Dom Mutante. I believe we're going to get there. It might be a little bit further behind, but it's growing. I'm going to get in here and fertilize these things with a 0-10-10, and that'll help them even more. Yeah, I'm seeing some. This is still called a Dom Mutante. So yeah, you can see that there's clearly double bumps on it. They ain't formed figs yet, but you'll notice some of these are further along at this point. Them further along ones, they'll get ripe quicker. Now see, there's why a lot of times I miss that. We're going to leave it and let it grow on up here. I'm going to have to get in here and put some overhead trellises in here where I can tie up some of these branches. Going to have to get to it pretty soon too. This is YOLO Bypass. Let's see here. It's got some Breba on it. There's a Breba. Looks like that's the only Breba we got. Probably not much point in having that. Pinch that off of there. let the rest of them go. If it ain't already getting going, I need to get in here and pinch them off. Maybe that's a fig there. I don't know. It didn't fruit very good just last year, but now that was from dieback. That's to be expected. See what else. I don't know. I don't really see much for fruit on it. Possibly 2 more weeks of tail on the YOLO bypass, but that's a big pretty tree getting going. This next one here is, I planted it last year. This is Caldodom bordesotinca. Yeah. I feel safe to say that it's got double bumps all over it, pretty much every leaf, without a doubt. This next one here on the ground, that one there, this is Zarfiro. And I got this one from Nikki. And it is loaded. Let me tell you something. If you like honey figs, this is a very good honey fig. And wait till you see the amount of fruit this thing will put on. Is phenomenal. The only by piece, it probably puts on more pieces than yellow long neck, because this thing will have doubles on it in places where yellow long neck don't typically have doubles, but yellow long neck's bigger, so it'll have more poundage. But this thing still puts on a lot of figs. More so than, well, Super Red and Super Jumbo, they put on a lot of figs too. They're real heavy producers. Alright, this next one, this is a Mount Etna Black Greek from Marius Black Greek. For those of you who might watch Lou Monte, this is one of his that he loves so much. So, and I gotta agree, is it different? Yes. Does it have a better flavor? I kind of want to lean that way. I really like this fig. Hard to beat. You can see it's already got figs on it. So I put 2 Mount Etnas in the ground. We'll get to the other one here in a minute. Here's a Stella. It's just that was a tree plug this winter that I bought. And then I just stuck it in there, and it's growing like crazy. What do we got here? Parrot Jelena. Looks like has figs, starting to double bump. LSU Jack Lily, not there yet. This is Barron's Victormont. It's got a Breba on it, and it looks like it's developing a main crop. Got a couple Breba on it. This is LSU Brandy. Don't look like it's nothing. Got going. It was a little bare root tree that I bought, or a plug. It was a plug actually. Oh, there's a Nucioba de Elba. I'd saved myself a copy. Thank goodness I done that, because mine died. My other one died. I had it planted outside and it died. Didn't make the winter. Here is, also I lost my little ruby, but I had another in the house that I had started, so sometimes that happens. Just like this one here. Here's another one of those trees that I salvaged from this was a piece of a rotted cutting that had a little bit of root node on it, and had a little root growing on it. You can see right there it is, and it managed to live and retake. And then this one here come up right here, This is Have the Day Argentile. My original big tree of it died in ground in my very first season in this greenhouse. It froze back and didn't make it. You can go back and see, if you'll go back and look through my videos, you can see the video on that where it killed them. It killed about 5 of my trees that year. Which I didn't lose any trees. I didn't have any. I only had about 8-10 inches of dieback on one tree, and it was right at the end of the box, and it was the top side of the branch. The bottom side was still alive. I went ahead and cut it off and actually rooted it. It was green Mitchkarinska. I-258, I'm going to put that in the ground. I killed my original one and bought another one. I believe that is Brooklyn Purple. Maybe. I think it's I originally thought maybe it was some kind of hardy Chicago, Mount Etna type, but the leaves don't indicate that. We'll see what it is. Brooklyn Purple. Oh, this next one is got figs developing all over it. In ground. I left this one here on the end a little different style. Just, I want to try something different. Now, you can't learn if you don't try different things, right? This is Dale San Juan Ron. And there's my heat sensor. Temperature sensor. Eagle Pass Unknown's growing good. Some cuttings I got going. This was just some stuff. I done some trimming and just stuck multiples in, different stuff, and you can see there's some of them's taken, a few of them's dying. There's like LSU Purple and probably a couple hardy Chicagos in there. This is a cutting, big cutting, monster cutting. It's in a 2-gallon pot. I'm just using Miracle-Gro pot and soil. This is Black Mission. It didn't fruit very good. I'm growing it for a rootstock. My son, I cut this off of an in-ground tree at my mom's this year to do some grafted Black Celeste onto it, because in 8 years I hadn't gotten very many fruit off of this particular Black Mission or any of the cuttings. You just get like one piece here and one piece there. Can't really prune them. They're real particularly hard to get to fruit, even though I want one. But we're going to try to, I'm going to turn this into a grafted tree eventually, and put it, once it takes, and put it up in a 10-gallon and graft on a couple different varieties, and also maybe try to get it to fruit as well. Since it's got such mature wood, I want to let it grow some and see if I can get it to fruit. And then, like I said, I'm going to graft some onto it too. Some different varieties. Most likely, definitely one will be a Black Celeste, because I really like Black Celeste. Just something to play with for a few years. Maybe graft 2 or 3 varieties on as a 10-gallon, and then sell it off to somebody that just wants to have 3 or 4 varieties on one tree. Just something, like I said, to tinker with. Alright, there's another Smith. You can see I got lots of Smiths. It's not quite there yet. Cherry pie. I got a bigger cherry pie on the far end of the greenhouse. Hey, it's starting to look like it's trying to get some fruit. This is, pretty sure this one here, there's the tag right there. Border soaked Negra Ramada. And it's starting to get some fruit. It's got a leaf irrigation there. Yeah, we're starting to get some fruit going on it. Seeing what this is. I don't know. If it got any fruit, whatever this mysterious unknown tree is. Ah, it's a Galicia Negra. Don't look like it's got, well, let's see what's over here. Nope, maybe trying to get a double bump. Next tree here is I believe this is a Calda-Dom Nori. I have several Calda-Doms. I really like them. Yeah, it's Calda-Dom Negra, Calda-Dom Nori. It's very similar. It's starting to get some fruit on it. On down through here in the middle. This is, what is this? Campaneri. Got a Breba. Got quite a few figs on it already. It's a very good grower. Actually, it's better this year because I pruned it. I didn't prune it last year, and it just growed like that much, like from here to here, and it had quite a few figs on it. But I added some more soil to it this year and some fertilizers and stuff, and had pruned it some, and it's really growing good. Looking forward to that Breba. Okay, so this tree right here, this is a good story. This is the second fig tree I ever bought. Well, from here down is the second fig tree I ever bought. I bought it at a nursery in Oklahoma City when we was out there at the American Quarter Horse Association World Championship. I have two varieties grafted onto it. This is Del San Juan Ron on this side. And you can see it's very, very progressed. So, 15-gallon pot versus an in-ground. Now look here. Same thing with Propone. This is Propone on this side. You can see the striped wood, striped figs. That's Propone, and it's fruit already very progressed. This tree here ripens before Del San Juan Ron in the ground or Propone in its own pot. I need to put another Del San Juan Ron in a 10-gallon pot and compare it to see if this rootstock is making them get riper faster, be more progressed, wake up faster. As far as the fruit goes on this rootstock, which this is black Texas Everburn. It's awful. It's just kind of sweet and gelatinous, and it don't have any. We was not impressed with it. We ate it for a couple years, and I said, you know, let's see what kind of rootstock it makes. And so it's just been rootstock. I potted it this year. It was in a tin, and I decided that it was time to move. I needed some more 10-gallon pots, and they were real expensive. So I had some 15s, and I bought some more 15s that was actually cheaper than the 10s. Not that I really like these 15s, but I don't plan to move these very far anymore, now that I'm set up the way I am. Next tree is Mutante Veneto. Here, we'll pick it up so we can see it. That's from Nikki. And you can see it's got figs all over it. And we're moving on. This is Violet Dauphine. I tell you, I kind of like this fig. I ate it last year, and off of here it was really good. I'm gonna have to do a review on it, and I want to maybe even compare it to Blue Princess. Not that I think they're the same, but they're both kind of unknowns, and I thought they were both really good last year in 7-gallon pots. So we'll see how they do this year, and we'll do some tastings and comparisons on them later on in the year, because they both getting some figs on them. All right, let's see what this one here is. This is Floria, and it's got little figs all over it. Next one, Coir Noir. This is a black budded fig. Kind of green, black budded fig. I really like the flavor of it. We'll have to do a comparison to these with the Secret and the Coir Noir. Next one is another Gambino. Yep. We're gonna get some figs off of it. Dulce Leche from Sacred Origin. Got a few of these last year. Kind of really liked them. They're rich honey fig. Briscoe Rosa. Definitely got figs all over it. I like that. I like that. Thinking about putting this one in the ground. I've got some spots. We're going to get to plant 44 here in the ground for too long in the next greenhouse. This weather ever lets up. Here was a surprisingly good fig last year. Portuguese Yellow. And it's already got figs on it. It's also showed some promise outside. Here in this climate. I got some figs off of it last year outside in the ground, I believe. This next one is Princessa. But the Portuguese Yellow, it does seem to fruit from dieback. Alright, I keep jumping around there. Sorry about that. Back to Princessa. As you can see, it's getting double bump figs all over it. Here is Caudadom Ramada. I pruned it pretty decent this year. Back to here. And it definitely looks like it's got figs rolling on it. LSU Strawberry. Looking forward to this one. Got a few of them last year. Thought they was really good, but thought they was a little different than the regular Adriatics, but they do ripen and produce about the same time as you're about to see here in comparisons in a minute. This is another Smith, because it's got little figs on it. It's probably further along. So you see, I think that these black containers being up out of the ground, they get more heat units during the day, especially the way I'm doing things and keeping it warm in here. Seems to, the figs are more progressed on these these potted trees than they are in the in-ground trees. As you'll see as we go. Next one is Cotati. Caudadom Cotati. Considering putting this one back in the ground in a raised bed type situation. Hopefully that can give it a few years and see if we can get it to fruit. It's going to fruit fast in here this year in that pot. So this next tree is JH Adriatic. And as you can see, it's about as far along as, it might be a little further along than the strawberry. Let's go back over here and look real quick. No, pretty close race. Pretty close race. This is just a lot older, bigger tree, as you can see. This black Tuscan, it got rejuvenated, pruned. Don't look like it's got any on it. Here's Brocolette, it got rejuvenated, pruned. Holiday Salice. It got rejuvenated pruned last year. This was an in-ground I dug up. It probably ought to be potted up to a 15. Matter of fact, it will get potted up to a 15 when I get a chance in the next few weeks. Don't look like it's got any on it quite yet. It's kind of a later fig. Chico Strawberry. This is not an Adriatic. As you can see, it's very different. This is it's kind of got a red eye on it. It's kind of neat. This next one is Dale's Ermitines. Yep. And the next one is, this is Blue Celeste. Quite a few figs on it. Alright, there's the first half of it. That's 6 rows from here over. I'm going to make this into a 2-parter because there's so much to go over. So, stay tuned and we'll be right back in the next version, and thanks for watching.